Hello, my Fashion the Mind, Fashion the Figure family. It is the Triple C CEO, the one that consistently builds class, confidence, and courage, none other than Jennifer C. Cook. Welcome to our YouTube channel. And if this is your first encounter, we are so excited that you are here. Make sure you subscribe so that every time a video is released, you will receive notification. But how many of you have heard the cliche that says, sharing is caring? Well, I'd like for you to share this platform with your network. Make sure that you stay connected to us, not only here in the YouTube community, but also on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and even Pinterest. Well, if you go back and scroll up a few of our videos, you will see that I have been discussing feminine energy. Feminine energy that's classy, feminine energy that's confident. Well, we are going to address feminine energy that is courageous. For the longest of time, when people first met me, they thought that I was fake. I mean, I actually have one of my best girlfriends. She said when I walked into her office, she paused and she was like, "Is this lady for real?" Because I came in with such a jovial, pleasant experience and tone in my voice that she had not really seen that before, or it just gave her pause and trepidation. But now, fast forward well over a decade, going into 2 decades, she's one of my best buds. And so it took a lot of courage for her to even share that with me. All right. And she is a feminine woman. Now, is she the girly girl, feminine type woman? No, but she is feminine in her own right. So some of you may ask, well, Jennifer, what made you start discussing feminine energy? One, I hear the conversation a lot, not only just socially, but even personally. Two, I've examined our culture and there seems to be some question about women and their femininity. Okay. And so I said, let's come to our public platform and share with everyone about being feminine. Feminine doesn't make you weak, it makes you meek. And therefore, when you come with your A game and femininity, a lot of things will happen personally and professionally. And I will say, with a world that is constantly barking at women, sometimes it is hard for us to be feminine and courageous because oftentimes we want to associate courage with men. But believe me when I tell you, we have tons of women that we can review and look at and see as feminine and courageous. One of my favorites, Michelle Obama. That woman is the epitome of an intelligent, classy, confident, courageous, sophisticated, highly educated woman. And it does not take away from her, none whatsoever. In fact, it enhances her and makes her more attractive. And I believe that's why President Barack Obama made her his wife. Ladies, understand this. We live in a society that is nitpicking at us, that wants to find everything wrong with us. And there are sometimes I have to agree with some of the voices in public opinion that some women, not all, so let me be clear on that, some women, not all, have become a little bit more harder. They become a little bit more aggressive. They become a little bit more dominant. But as I said in a previous video, maybe examine or ask that woman that you're referring to why she is that way. We're not born to not be feminine because when God created Adam, he made Adam masculine. And when he created Eve, he created her feminine. That's why we have the hormones, and that's why women, we have breasts and hips and all of that jazz, okay? Because there is a level of feminine appeal that we must present. And just because you have gotten ahead of the game in some instances, maybe over some of your other female friends, it does not take away or add to you or them. But coming together and utilizing your feminine energy in a courageous way will put you on the front line. It will place you in a position where people want to be in your presence, where people want to have conversations with you, where people want to invite you places. Being a courageous woman is owning her role and operating in it to the best of her ability, not trying to be a carbon copy of someone else. My mother, growing up, she was always that woman that was soft spoken. But then there were times the lioness in her came out. She still maintained her feminine energy, but she understood this situation warranted that I show up in full courage mode. When we have meetings on the job, or in the workplace, I should say, you always have that one colleague that wants to pull you out of character. Well, it takes courage to stay in character, okay? Never allow yourself to be reduced by the shenanigans of other people. Feminine energy that is courageous will take the high road. And that is something I love that Michelle Obama has said. When they go low, we go high. If you are in a romantic relationship, your man wants you to be feminine, but he wants you to be feminine and courageous at the same time, because I guarantee you, if something should happen, he wants to know he has your back just as much as you having his back, because that's what makes a relationship sweet. Baby, I got you. Sweetie, I have it. We're going to be okay. So feminine energy in a courageous manner will manifest when it's supposed to. Don't shrink back to fear. Don't feel like, OMG, if I say this, then I may not get the response that I necessarily want. Do you think Harriet Tubman, when she started the Underground Railroad, which was a very courageous act, she didn't have time to think about the negatives. She had to utilize her courage to do the positive and the right thing to help people be free. And that's what these messages are all about, ladies. The feminine energy model, I want you to operate in it so that you are free flowing. You are carefree. You are attractive to whatever it is you are seeking. It's those things, ladies, that will help us, as Sierra said, level up. Yes, feminine energy that's confident, feminine energy that's classy, feminine energy that's courageous will move us into circles and spaces that we never imagined we'd be. And understand, it's okay to be courageous. Be feminine and courageous and go after your career goals. Be feminine and courageous to start that business. Be feminine and courageous to enter into a new relationship of uncharted waters. Be feminine and courageous to admit when you're wrong. Be feminine and courageous to love on everybody, even when people have done us wrong. So I hope this gives you some food for thought, because I myself am doing some inner work. And that inner work, this past March, this month, this is the last day, I can honestly say has propelled my mind, my creativity, my finances, my physicality, my spirituality, because this is who I am. And this is what God made me to be. And I want you, ladies out there, to tap into your feminine energy without compromise And that's a courageous aspect as well, is not to compromise who you are just so that you can show up in feminine form. Show up and just be. And as you do that, watch what happens. Purpose will be fulfilled. Manifested blessings will come. Remember, feminine energy is all three: classy, confident, and courageous. Well, I cannot wait to hear what you all think of this message. Please like it, share it, and most importantly, comment on it, because that gives me feedback so I know that what I said resonated with you, and you. Okay, everyone, have a magnanimous day. And remember, from my heart to yours, the Triple C CEO, the one that consistently builds class, confidence, and courage, I stand flat footedly and say, together we are better. Have a good one.